A true artist is not one who is inspired, but one who inspires others. Salvador Dali. Hi everyone, welcome to Amber Goodwin Art. This is Amber, and today's video is dedicated to someone very special and a brilliant artist who I am fortunate enough to call my friend, Jessica Winterstrom. I will be creating a diptych of her hide and reveal technique on two 8x10-inch ultra smooth DaVinci wood panels. They come in different textures, but since I want to resin this, I used the ultra smooth. And here is my bright and fun color palette. I decided to use a blow dryer for this hide and reveal, and Jessica has used blow dryers in some of her videos with this technique, but normally she uses palette knives. I just thought the blow dryer would be easier for me to use. And I kept her photo light concept in mind. So I'm starting out with this little piggy ball gown. It is a really pretty pearl yellow to gold shift pigment. And next I decided to layer some Amsterdam turquoise blue. And here is my consistency. I mixed all of my colors with Valspar Untinted Base C in high gloss. I also decided to use this little piggy abalone, which Jessica uses quite often, and it is such a beautiful abalone color shift pigment. I also wanted to use golden fluorescent magenta. I absolutely love this neon pink magenta color. It's not as light and bright as neon pink. It is just the right amount of color pop. I also decided to use Pyrrole Orange by Golden. Again, I love orange. I like to use it in a lot of my art, and I feel like it needs to be used more often. I also decided to mix up some TriArt Quiller Violet, which is very transparent, and I will barely use this on top of my orange. And of course, here is my hide and reveal faux pillow, which is Amsterdam Oxide Black mixed with some golden fluid carbon black. And I will cover all of my colors with this black color. And these are my Bondo scraper tools that are available on Amazon. Now I will start by layering my pillow paint, which is PPG Multi Pro Eggshell White and Pastel Base, available at Home Depot. I sped up this part because I am doing a diptych and I didn't want the video to be too long. So I started out with this little piggy ball gown, and I am slightly tapping my canvas or my wood panel to get some bubbles out. And now I will layer my Amsterdam turquoise blue, and this will be followed by this little piggy abalone. I will have all of the colors and materials and the recipe of how I mixed my paints and cell activator listed down below in the description box. Now I will layer my Fluorescent Magenta by Golden, and I just feel like all of these colors just work so well together, even if you're doing a regular bloom or a swipe. I am layering my Golden Pyrrole Orange now, and this will be followed by a little bit of TriArt Quiller Violet. I didn't want too much violet. And I will now cover my entire puddle of colors with my black paint. That is why you don't need a lot of pillow paint in the beginning, because you are layering that black and you're covering it up. I decided to puddle some colors on top just to see what would happen, and it did create a very interesting effect. And I decided to use Amsterdam Lamp Black and Amsterdam Gold as my cell activator. Now, just like a regular bloom, I will push my cell activator out to the edges. But I didn't want this to look like a regular bloom. That's why I am being very careful in the directions that I am blowing. I still wanted to keep some negative space. And you gently push the cell activator and the black paint, and make sure you don't dig too deep into the pillow paint. Now I'm going to spin and tilt my paint off and make sure that no paint is moving on the surface. That is a good indication to know that your painting is done once your paint is not moving. Otherwise, too much paint will cause your cells to move and get wonky. And here is the final wet result of this painting. Next, I will share my second painting for this diptych, and I'm so happy with how this turned out. It gives a really cool galaxy feel. Now I will create the second painting to complete my diptych set. I basically layered all my colors the same way. The only change I made was the colors that I puddled a little bit on top of the black. I added some orange. So that one little change made a huge difference. I also wanted to point out, since this is sped up quite fast, just a little tip: when you are using these Bondo scrapers, go very slow when you are lining your paint or layering your paint on your pillow paint, because the paint tends to slide off really, really fast, and then you have a bunch of color on one end and then no color on the other. And now I will layer some orange, my fluorescent magenta, some abalone, and my Amsterdam blue, turquoise blue. Again, I used the same black and gold cell activator, and I will blow this out to the edges. And notice how I am gently pushing my cell activator to the edge of the surface. You don't want to go too deep because you don't want your pillow to show. You want that black. And just putting that orange first made a huge difference in the composition and the colors of this painting. Again, I'm going for a look to where it does not look like a bloom. I want it to look and have a galaxy feel. And now here are the wet results. You can just tell how these turned out amazing. I'm super happy. Those dots are actually bubbles that popped even though I mixed my paint for 24 hours in advance. But I don't mind that look. They look like little stars and just something out of a galaxy. Next, I'll have the resin results. I was so excited to resin these paintings. I used Mixed Media Girl resin, and just check out the flawless glass-like finish on these paintings. I did 2 coats, and I really like the doming effect that I got on the edges as well. And I decided to frame these in neon pink and neon orange floating acrylic frames. I will share that with you next. But yeah, I'm super happy with Mixed Media Girl resin. Definitely check her website and her channel out. I will have it linked down below. And y'all, as I mentioned earlier, I really wanted to frame these in some really fun, funky, and cool frames. So I was able to find these neon orange and neon pink acrylic floater frames off of Amazon. Now they are designed for photos and they come with a magnetized insert. I just decided to glue the paintings on there, which worked out super well on the insert part. You can take these off, put it on your fridge, or put it on an easel, whatever you want. So they are detachable, which is super cool. Super happy with how these turned out. I will post these on my website, ambergoodwinart.com, once the resin has cured within 3 to 4 weeks. So definitely check out my website. I will have it linked down below. And also, guys, don't forget to check out www.TLP www.fluidartexperience.com. Again, check out fluidartexperience.com. Jessica and I are both teaching classes this September in Dallas. I will be teaching my acrylic pour dot art fusion class and as well as a dot art ocean wave class, and I cannot wait to see y'all there. Well, guys, until next time, thanks for joining me. Stay safe, stay classy, and stay awfully awesome, guys. Bye.